I'm Mrs. Combs, and this is Math Moments with Mrs. Combs. We're going to talk today about adding signed numbers, and it's a moment because it's just a tiny snippet of what you need to know to learn about signed numbers. I like to use a memory aid with my students to help them remember the rules when they're adding signed numbers or in other parts of math. And this is the song for today. When you're adding signed numbers with the same sign, you add and keep the sign, but if the signs don't match, it's time to subtract and keep the sign of the larger numeral. So we're going to talk about the first half of that song. When the signs are the same, you add and keep the sign. We have some samples to do here today. Let's see if we can get them right. The first one is positive 4 plus positive 7. So what sign shall I use? Well, they're both positive, so I'm going to add and keep the sign. And 7 plus 4 is 11. The next one is negative 3 plus negative 4. What sign am I going to use? Well, I add and keep the sign because the signs are the same. So it's negative 7. Here we have negative 7 plus negative 10. The signs are both the same. What sign are we going to keep? Well, we're going to keep the negative sign. And we're going to add them. 7 plus 10 is 17. And here we have positive 12 and positive 8. We're adding, they're the same sign. So what sign am I going to use? Well, I'm going to use a positive sign because we add and keep the sign when they are the same. And 12 plus 8 is 20. Okay, two negative signs. We're adding. What's the sign? Did you choose a negative sign? If you did, you got it right. And 21 plus 17 is 38. Okay, one more. Positive 35 plus positive 11. We're adding. What sign are we going to use for the answer? Did you choose positive? Because that's the correct sign. 35 plus 11 is 46. So, when the signs match and you're adding, when you're adding signed numbers and the signs are the same, you add and keep the sign. When you're adding signed numbers and the signs are the same, you add and keep the sign. When you're adding signed numbers, we are adding, and the signs are the same, they are the same, then we add 38 and we keep the sign. So that's our little snippet for today. In the next moment, we will talk about what happens when the signs don't match and we have to subtract. If you enjoyed our math moment with Mrs. Combs, please push like and share a link with your friends to see if they might like it too. Thank you for joining me, and goodbye.